Nickelodeon. Nick.
What is up, YouTube? What's good? You good? Okay. First of all, I just want to address that my booty eating jokes, when I say I eat booty, I just want y'all to know that is 100%. Seriously, I'm only telling the truth. I eat booty like crazy. Y'all crazy if y'all thought I was going to say I was joking.
Because I'm not.
We're going to talk about the man who made your childhood. From iCarly to Drake and Josh to Zoe 101, Victorious. All your favorite shows that weren't cartoons. What happened to cartoons? But on a serious note, this is about the weird life of actor, producer, and show creator Dan Schneider. But first, let's take a bite of this In-N-Out, because it is bomb, yo. It is so bomb. Look, we got the burger. I don't even eat In-N-Out like that. Y'all know I usually curse out In-N-Out, man. But I'm hungry as heck right now, and I just want to enjoy this. I'm sorry for always making fun of In-N-Out. I'm sorry. Oh my God, we got a burger. Juicy booty, look at that. We got a beautiful strawberry snake. Oh man, that hit. That hit.
My gosh.
Mr. Dan with the master plan was always known as the cool guy, you know what I mean? He was always behind the scenes. These are animal fries, by the way. Always behind the scenes, joking with the kids. Oh, these animal fries are bomb. I don't even know. I didn't even know these were that good. Maybe I'm just really hungry. But always joking around with the kids, having a good time with the kids, always with the kids. Hey, I know Hollywood, man. There's some very powerful, evil people out there. From R. Kelly to Bill Cosby to Harvey Weinstein. And I would like to point out that I think Dan Schneider, again now, these videos I do are only conspiracy, and I'm not trying to ruin anybody's life, but these are what observations I and many others have. Dan gets really close to children. Like really close, uncomfortably. Some of the stuff you see behind the scenes is very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Like if I saw a grown man around my children that way, he might not exist no more. I don't have children, by the way. Some of you in the comments, every time I mention that if I had children, I would do such and such. Y'all would be like, Khalil, I didn't know you had children. I'm too young right now, okay? I got dreams to focus on. This is what I don't like about In-N-Out. Their cheese is like not cheese. It's like they put a slice of cheese on here and melt it. You guys can't give me no nacho cheese. Come on, In-N-Out. I'm still enjoying your fries though. I'm still enjoying this baby. Woo. But let's just say he was a little too friendly, a little too touchy sometimes. Maybe by accident. Dan has a big thing with feet. Like a lot. Like all his jokes that he wrote for the show are based on feet. Is there a foot obsession going on? Foot fetish going on we don't know about? Mainly all the jokes on iCarly or Sam and Cat were feet jokes. Very uncomfortable. And you might be like, well, Khalil, you know, feet are funny. It's Nickelodeon. It's cool, Khalil. You're bugging. You're bugging. Someone on a post a long time ago on a forum post about Dan Schneider and his accomplishments wrote that one day, Mr. Dan with the plan had asked her, hey, Are your feet ticklish? And this is on set of the Amanda Show, by the way. He asked one of the actresses, who was anonymous, are your feet ticklish? And she said, and this is from her mouth, she said, no. And then he said, I bet you $100. She was like, no, I'm not ticklish. And then he said, I bet you $100 I can make you ticklish. No kid is gonna let down $100. Not me, not anybody. Got too many things I could have bought at GameStop. And GameStop ain't paying out for nothing. Nothing. So she said, okay. And what does he go to tickle? Her feet. Anything he could have chose anything. But he chose to tickle her feet. Weird. I know, you telling me. Really weird, Mr. Dan. Now the story gets even crazier. One day, a radio show was bringing up the foot fetish thing with Dan. And a girl, anonymous again, on the radio show said that one time her mom had brought her to this Nickelodeon audition. And for the audition, they wanted the kids to run around barefoot and talk about how they love feet to the show's producer, which was Dan Schneider, in a room with Dan Schneider running around barefoot. What? Why? Why? She said that her mom was in the room with her when this was happening. When the things they were telling the kids to do with their feet, like play with their feet and stuff, was like so uncomfortable to her. And she was like, this is not normal. What is going on here? This is not normal at all. And she called the whole thing off and grabbed her out of the room. And she says ever since then she's been blacklisted in Hollywood from that.
So in 1997, I was discovered in a mall, and basically we would go on auditions just to different places, and eventually I got a manager and an agent who would send me on audition calls for, like little things like commercials and everything. And then as I started growing in my career, in 2007, my agent contacted me and my family about possibly getting a good Nickelodeon gig. And we flew out to LA for this audition. And when we got there, it was a bunch of kids, probably like 200 kids. And then these random agents hand-selected specific kids that they liked or, showed some charisma. And then once about 40 kids were selected, we were then told to take off our shoes and that we were each going to go into a room to show the producer, who is Dan Schneider, the tapes to see who we would want on the show. And of course, we always ask, like, oh, what do we have to do? Like, what would you like us to be doing once we're in there? And my agent told me, he's like, it's going to be like he's like, you got to just take off your shoes, just like run around in front of the camera, talk about how much you love being barefoot. And at the time, even, it was like, okay, that's weird, but I didn't think anything of it because I was still young.
Right.
My mom kind of looked around and was like, this is wrong. There's just something really wrong about this.
Now, these are powerful men. You know what I mean? They're making millions of dollars off little kids like us. They have some of the most popular rated shows on Nickelodeon. Nick wasn't going to let this go. You know what I mean? Nick is not going to let a guy who's making millions of dollars go. Especially back then, around the time of Amanda Show and all that stuff. This is very, very touchy. Like, some of these pictures I'm going to show y'all right now, you're like, what, Khalil, what? For those of you who never heard this story, you're probably like, yo, this is crazy. This is kind of crazy. How come I never heard this? How come it hasn't been on the news? How come it, blah, blah, blah. Hollywood has a way of keeping their mouth shut about things. But we the people, we gonna talk up. Period. Mr. Dan with the plan, Schneider. Yo, In-N-Out fries. I mean, the animal fries taste good with the sauce, but they fries is booty. Like, y'all gotta chew different cheese, y'all. But it is good right now, I'm gonna lie. Dan even hosted these things called boot camps. Technical difficulties, my phone almost died. But and during those boot camps, they would push people, him and his workers, during the boot camp, they would throw the parties. And they would push people to go by the pool. The workers would go, hey little kid, you know, they're more likely to have their eye on you and put you in an important show during this boot camp if you go play by the pool. Go play by the pool. I'm telling you, it's gonna work out. You're fully not clothed in a pool. Sockless, I mean. Not you're clothed. You got baby suit on, you got the onesie. But you don't have no feet. You have feet. Khalil, are you stupid? I'm stupid. You don't have no shoes or socks near a pool. You know, you got your little foot dipping in the pool. Why would they be so wanting to put you near a pool? And this is what another person said during an interview about Dan Schneider. During a discussion about Dan Schneider. Not an interview, my bad.
So what would happen is that your parents would send you to sort of like this camp. It was basic acting classes, and it was an opportunity for the kids to get discovered. And interestingly enough, most of the kids got discovered by the pool. They had a pool, they had like tennis courts, and I believe like it was like Megan Fox and other female select, and Hillary Duff was another one who got discovered there at the pool. And they would push you to do pool activities because they said that's where you have the highest chance of getting discovered.
Now, what was the age range of the people that went to these at these camps?
The age ranges, the ones that I was familiar with, are ages 13 to 22.
But y'all think that's it? Y'all think, okay, Khalil, you kind of got me. Mrs. R seeming kind of fishy. No, it's not. Speaking of the boot camp, there was a man by the name of Brian Peck. I know some of you probably heard of him. Some of you haven't. Brian Peck was sentenced to 16 months in prison. He worked on the same shows as Dan. Why, you ask? Brian Peck was accused and caught and sentenced for, let me read it real quick. Attempted sodomy of a person under the age of 16, sexual penetration by a foreign object, and oral copulation by anesthesia or a controlled substance. The victim that told on him had came forward, didn't want to reveal their name because it would ruin their career. Yeah, we never got any more details about that. But the victim was said to have worked on the Amanda Show. Amanda Show. No wonder Amanda Bynes is a little, you know what I'm saying? But Khalil, why did you bring up Brian Peck? He has nothing to do with Dan Schneider, right? Nothing to do. And Dan Schneider worked together with those camps. They worked together on them camps. If one was doing it, you don't think the other weirdo was doing it? I don't know. This is kind of getting crazy. And during those boot camps that they had thrown, the children wouldn't be with their parents, by the way, guys. They would separate the children. Like, you know how you go off the camp and you stay at camp for a few weeks and your parents stay home, they got work and stuff? That's basically how it was. They didn't go with the parents. The parents didn't go. I'm not trusting my kid with some grown Hollywood producers. But, you know, parents don't be thinking like that sometimes. Sometimes parents just like, money. My kid's gonna become rich. I'm gonna get rich. Money. And I hope none of you out there that have children are like that. I hope all of you watch your children and make sure they're safe and watch who they're around, period. Because people are crazy. Don't put nothing past anybody. Khalil, is that all? Is that all you gotta say? No, it's not. The boot camps they would throw would be like 2 weeks. So there was children there for 2 weeks. Nobody knows what was going on over there. Nobody has come forward since. Nobody has come forward and said anything about it. Nickelodeon, nowadays you're like, where's Dan? What's he doing? What's he up to? What is that? Onion? What is this? This is a big onion. Oh my God. Alright. What's going on with Dan? Where is he nowadays? Dan was let go by Nick. One of their biggest producers, one of their biggest show creators ever. Let go like that. You know what I mean? Why? Supposedly it's because he was working on a different project called Dan's Bakery or something like that. But they let him go with $7 million. And him and his wife to this day live in the hills of Hollywood with no repercussions. Nobody came forward. Nobody accused him of anything crazy. But you gotta admit, it is kind of strange. Just all of it. Just everything I literally just told. It all kind of bothers me in some type of way. That man had some type of weird fetish with feet and children. In 2004, a man named Jason Handy used his connects with Nickelodeon to lure children in. Even after serving that time, he went right back to working for Nick, which is insane to me. I wouldn't want him nowhere near me, my production, my company, nothing after that. I would have probably beat his, you know what I'm saying? I don't play that stuff. Oh, look at all that. Look at that beautiful chunk of French fries and onions and cheese. Another thing I want to tell you guys was on this blog website called Crazy Days and Nights. It was a blog website where people would predict what celebrity would be outed next, or what kind of crazy event would occur in Hollywood, who would be next, who would be the next person to be called out. And there was a guy called Him. His username was Him. And he claimed that he was in Hollywood, and he claimed that he had connects to other celebs, and that he would not tell his name, but he'll give you a hint that his life was messed up. He almost ruined his Hollywood career, and he got back on his feet. The guy claimed that he knew Dan, quote unquote, said this: "He's a monster, the worst predator alive. And if you wonder why nobody will confront or charge him, it's because he's in charge of multiple hit shows for Nick, which rakes them oceans of money. Tens of millions of dollars multiplied by many years and many shows, not to mention his merchandising royalties. So Viacom, Nick, warn him to cool it, then pay for his damn lawyers." Somebody asked, what about the parents? No tweener's parents who shoves their kid in the limelight from birth is going to cross him either. Suicide and loss of revenue and residuals and future career. No matter how bad it F-ups the kids, especially if there's multiple kid actors in the family, and the kids' agents are complicit too. Just ask the Spears family. A lot of settlements get paid out of Viacom's accounts. Now, the person who went on this website and said this claimed that they had ties to these lists of celebrities. I don't want to name them all, it's too much name. And a lot of people suspect this unknown person that was in the chat talking to everybody, they expect it to be Robert Downey Jr. Because Robert Downey Jr. has connects with half the actors named on there, including his wife, which was one of the actors named on the chat. So a lot of people believe that it was Robert Downey Jr. who outed Dan Schneider. Y'all let me know what y'all believe, because this is all crazy to me. This is like a big reality TV show gone crazy. Could it have been Robert Downey Jr.? He had a troubled past, like the actor said, and he had ties to all these actors and actresses that they listed. Who knows? There's even rumors that Dan Schneider, was the person who got Jamie Lynn Spears pregnant. This is a rumor, by the way, guys. Never claimed it to be real. This is just a rumor. But as soon as he got her pregnant, they rushed. Nick rushed to get a fake boyfriend for Jamie. They had a list of boyfriends listed, they said, for her. Just so their little money maker, Dan Schneider, wouldn't get caught up in any controversial stuff and wouldn't ruin their reputation or their money. But who knows? You would expect, you know what I mean? Is Jamie still with the guy that she claimed had her baby or not? I'm not sure. But again, guys, this is all conspiracy. This is all rumor. I just want to put that out there so I'm not sued or anything. This is all alleged. But yeah, what do y'all think about this whole thing in the comments below? Let me know. I did a lot of research on this topic. I will list sources in the comments, and I will list all my sources in the description below, including a YouTube video and article. Follow me on Instagram and smash that like button if you love these conspiracy videos. I will be doing murder mysteries as well. They're coming up. Still have to do a lot of research on certain topics before I discuss them. I just want to make sure all the information I get goes straight to you. I'm going to fix my lighting. This is horrible lighting. Look at, you got shadows in the background. And my freaking ring light sucks. I need like a big light, But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. I'm about to finish this up. I'm kind of full. I love y'all. Peace out. Hope y'all enjoyed that story. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. Peace. And for a warning for all my parents out there, watch your children, man. Watch who your children hang out with. Watch the adults your children are around. People might seem a little normal. People could be really crazy. And some people are really good at hiding their crazy.